It's day 2 working on the fence. Today I'll just be pounding in as many T-posts as I can, and then we'll come back out later and actually set the corner posts and then put all the fencing up itself. So we'll see how far I get today. The next day we came back out with an auger to set the corner posts. We're digging about 8-inch or 6-inch holes to put in the 4-inch posts. We're doing 3 posts per side, as you'll see later in the video. So basically this is going to go in here, just like that, and then we'll just level it and tap it. Let's do the other holes. The auger definitely isn't the easiest thing to control. Once it hits a hard-packed clay or soil or a rock, it immediately just throws the handles and the actual auger part stops spinning. We also realized pretty quick that this fence was definitely in the way, so we got smart and went ahead and cut that. Even though this auger is made to be used by one person, it's definitely easier having 2 people holding onto it. It makes it easier to control. It's also easier to have 2 people pushing down on it. It cuts through the earth a little better. Which side's the better side? Is this side or the other side?
It doesn't matter.
We put too much water in that second hole we were digging, so we had to let it soak in a little bit and then come back to it and finish it out.
Yeah. Better than I thought it was going to.
Me too. After getting all the holes dug, Chelsea made sure the posts were plumb while I packed in a bunch of dirt around the post. I used a stake that I had found on the property to make sure all the dirt was nice and compact. Okay. The next task was getting the horizontal pieces installed. So we measured 4 foot up where the top of the fence was going to be and then put a hole so that the nail went through smoothly.
I'll do that one more time. Oh, you just didn't do it.
Okay.
did good. From hole to hole.
7 foot. You got it?
2 inches?
Yeah. Okay. All the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Pull it out a little bit. No, pull it out all the way almost. There you go. Now do it. After getting the first side of the corner done, we just repeated the process on the second corner. After we cut the cross member for the second side, we were left with about a 2-inch gap. That happened because the tape measure we're using has a side where there are inches and feet, and then it has a side where there's feet and tenths. So I think we measured off the foot and tenth side and then cut off of the foot and inches side. There was an existing 4-wire fence that stretched along the back of the property. On one side of it, it had a post that was sunk into concrete. We decided to leave the fence up and not take it down, just put our field fence over it. We also used that post that was sunk into the ground with concrete as the corner post on one of the sides. After getting the fence attached to one post, we then attached this board and then ratchet strapped it to my truck. We then ratchet strapped it tighter and tighter, that way it was taut and not loose along the fence line. Well, it looked like you were. After we got the fence up along the back of the property, we moved to the other corner so that we could do the fence on the side of the property. The way the property is set up, we're only going to have to do 2 corners because of existing fences. So far, in this corner, we ran into an issue where there's literally like a vein of rocks that comes right through it. So we're going to end up cutting the corner so it's not going to be a perfect 90 degrees.
So what we decided to do is make this post right here the corner post, and then we're going to run a gate across up until we hit T-posts again.
You can see where the corner stake actually is right there, and that's just all rock. Yeah, you get to hold it this side. I can just hear it now. Don't do that with your hammer.